Actress Shannen Maria Doherty passed away on July 13th at the age of 53 in Malibu, California, due to her long-lost battle with cancer. Obviously, she is known for her role as Brenda Walsh in the 1990s hit show Beverly Hills 90210, where she portrayed as Brenda from 1990 until 1994, and then she moved on and portrayed as Prue Hollowell on Charmed during the first 3 seasons from 1998 until 2001. Shannen, who was born on April 12, 1971 in Memphis, Tennessee. She, of course, was first diagnosed with cancer back in 2015, but then unfortunately the cancer came back around 2020, and this time it was stage 4 cancer. And when stage 4 cancer comes around, that means that that's obviously not a good look. That's unfortunately it for that person. So yeah, it totally sucks. Cancer sucks. Seriously, I hope and pray that there is a cure for cancer. It probably is. We probably don't know about it because it's like the government's holding out on people. It's like they rather people die and suffer. It's like, really? F the government. Seriously, somebody should like get some troops, go after the government, and stop them from holding on to the cure of cancer, because this is ridiculous. I can't take this no more. I really can't. Shannen as Brenda returned in the 90210 series, and it was that Beverly Hills 90210 reunion special that they had in 2019. And so Shannen now has become the second cast member of the original Beverly Hills 90210 to pass away. Obviously, the first one was Luke Perry, who passed away back in 2019. And so now Shannen has passed away 5 years after Luke's death. And of course, a lot of people are saying that they are reunited. Yep. You know, I was rooting for Shannen to fight this cancer. I thought she would have lived a bit longer. I'm sure a lot of her fans thought that she would have lived longer, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case. And she also had her own podcast, which was great. Too bad that podcast is not going to be around anymore because Shannen's gone. And unfortunately, she had a bad reputation as a bad girl. I just think Hollywood pretty much did her wrong, which was effed up. She was considered a bad girl due to what was going on behind the scenes when she was on Beverly Hills 90210. I know Jenny Garth and her back then didn't really see eye to eye, but you know, they eventually buried the hatchet and they've been continue being friends ever since. Then on Charmed, you know, there was some issues going on with her and Alyssa Milano, and she left after 3 seasons of Charmed, and that's when they brought in Rose McGowan. Shannen was married 3 times. Her last marriage was to her third and last husband, named Kurt. They were married for 12 years. They were married since 2011, but then they ended up getting a divorce. The divorce was finalized before Shannen died, and according to a LA judge, the LA judge declared the couple officially divorced 2 days after Shannen's death. You know, Shannen said that she wasn't done with living. She said she's not done with loving. She's not done with creating. She's not done with anything. And she's hoping changing things for the better. She just felt that she wasn't done. And she probably felt that she probably would have, you know, found love again. Unfortunately, it sounds like she won't find love again due to her passing away. It just sucks she never got to finish what she said she wanted to do. And then she was worrying about her passing away before her mom. And I feel bad for her mom. Now she got to bury her child. You know, I know it was hard for Shannen to get through this. I know it was. I guess Shannen also said in her Let's Be Crystal Clear podcast, she says the divorcing under the public eye from her third husband was exhausting, and that she might or might not openly discuss her marriage until after her divorce was final. But obviously that's not going to happen because Shannen's no longer here. Of course, people have paid tribute to Shannen Doherty, including her Beverly Hills 90210 castmates. Jason Priestley, he says, she was a force of nature and I will miss her, sending love and light to her family in this dark time. Also posting a photo of his character Brendan and Shannen as Brenda in a Beverly Hills 90210 episode. Jenny Garth says, I'm still processing my tremendous grief over the loss of my longtime friend Shannen, the woman I have often described as one of the strongest people I have ever known. Our connection was real and honest. We were so often pitted against each other, but none of that reflected the truth of our real relationship, which was one built in mutual respect and admiration. Carol Porter, who played the mother of Brandon and Brenda, she says, what a journey she has been on, gone too soon. Throughout, she stayed true to herself and gave us an example of courage and perseverance in facing her own death. May she rest in peace. Heart emoji. Gabrielle Carteris, she said, may you rest in peace, Shannen. I know Luke is there with open arms to love you. Shannen was so young and so courageous. By sharing her journey, she has helped so many. My heart goes out to her family. I know that Luke is welcoming her with open arms. Brian Austin Green said, Shan, my sister, you loved me through everything. You were a big part of my understanding of love. I'll miss you more than I know how to process right now. Thank you for the gift of you. 2 broken heart emojis. Tori Spelling, she said, I don't have outward words yet, but we knew, and that's what matters. She says, F them is what Shan would say if I told her I felt pressure to have to summarize via social media a 36 relationship and the grief I feel for a fire whose flame went out too soon. I was the boss's daughter with no voice, and she was the star with a big voice. She took me under the wing. She gave me the belief I had a voice and was worthy. We became fast best friends. We were each other's wing women, true confidants, support systems, and navigating bad relationships, roommates of sorts at times, traveling buddies, and so much more. She always stuck up for me, always had my back, always believed in me when I didn't or couldn't believe in myself. We were young. We let a lot of outside and inside influences influence our friendship. In a world where we often don't get to make up with the childhood friendships that form so much of the adult you become, we got that chance. I am grateful that I got the chance to become friends and would carry the torch on and stay rebellious. She was a rebel in an era where most women didn't feel comfortable being strong. She never tried, she just was. She empowered sexiness, strength, 2 F's given empathy, and all topped off with wicked humor. Her sardonic humor was one of my faves, and no one made a Frito pie like Shan. James Eckhouse, who played the father of Brandon and Brenda, said, such a loss. She was ferocious in her work, ferocious in her love, ferocious in her long, courageous battle with cancer. Shannen, we will miss you dearly. I haven't heard anything from Ion Zurian about what he had to say about Shannen Doherty's death. Maybe it's not time for him to come out and say anything. And now to her charmed castmates. Well, except for Rose McGowan, because they never worked together on Charmed, but still, including Rose McGowan. Anyways, Alyssa Milano, she said, it's no secret that Shannen and I had a complicated relationship, but at its core was someone I deeply respected and was in awe of. She was a talented actress, beloved by many, and the world is less without her. Ain't that the truth? My condolences to all who loved her. And Shannen actually praised Alyssa before she passed away. And then Alyssa, I guess she addressed it recently, earlier this year, about Holly and Shannen discussing about what happened behind the scenes with the whole Charm drama during Shannen's podcast. You know, that Alyssa had played a role in it. And so Alyssa will reply saying, I'm sad that people can't move past it. I'm sad that we all can't just celebrate the success of the show that meant so much to all of us. I mean, she makes a good point. Rose McGowan, she said, Shannen Doherty had the heart of a lion. Our lives have been intertwined in a unique way. We laughed at dark forces who wanted us to hate each other. Instead, we chose love and respect. Yeah, I believe Shannen and Rose were actually friends. And they were in a movie together called Nowhere back in 1997. And that movie premiered just a year before Shannen was on Charmed. And 4 years before Rose would end up replacing Shannen on Charmed. That they worked together in that movie. And that they were friends. That's cool. Brian Krause, who played Leo, he said, "You showed me what strength is. You taught me to be fearless and live with purpose. To know your value and stick to your determinations." Ted King, who portrayed as Prue's love interest, Andy, during season 1 of Charmed, posted a moving tribute to the woman that played Patty Hollowell. What a warrior. Fierce talent, passionate actor. You mean actress. People crack me up calling female actresses actors. Where are you trying to confuse people? She's an actress. She's a female. That means they're called actresses, not actors. What the hell? Actress, friend, advocate, and of course, Holly. What Holly said about Shannen is very moving, and it's something that'll make you bring yourself to tears. My better half of 31 years. There is a hollow in my chest, and I can't seem to catch my breath. A part of me is missing, even though I know exactly what you say to me, even though I know exactly what you would say to me right now. I know exactly what you would tell me to do right now. I know your undying spirit will live in me and my kids who you loved as your own. They will walk with your sense of purpose and pride. They will be truthful and stand up for what is right, no matter what, and 0 F's given. Your fire will live on in them and the many other charmed ones you helped raise. A fierce fighter to the end, my most ardent champion, my loyal protector, my best friend. You taught me the meaning of family. You were and will be forevermore my sister. I love you. Man, that's some deep crap. Oh my God. Don't that just make you want to be in tears? Oh my God. What Holly said, that was just so moving, man. I just love the part where she said Shannen will forevermore be her sister. She was and will be forevermore her sister, and that she loves her. Oh God, that was very moving. I can't imagine what Holly's going through. So they've been friends for 31 years. 31 years, that is a blessing. Because nowadays, a lot of people, they're not lucky enough, or it's very rare to have a long friendship like that, like Holly and Shannen had. Nowadays, people just want to be fake, throw you on the bus, backstab you, acting as if you're going to be friends for a long time, but you don't. It's like, can we all just stop backstabbing each other and just be friends, like people for who they are? Sarah Michelle Gellar, who also had a long friendship with Shannen, she says this: how do you possibly find the words to sum up 30 years of friendship? I keep reminding myself it only hurts this much because there was so much love. Thank you for all your kind words and support. I love all the messages about how at the Shando was important to you, so let's honor her. More than anything, Shan loves animals, especially dogs. In her memory, let's support our favorite animal charities, whether that's donating money, stopping by a local shelter, and just offering cuddles and walks to animals housed there, or even just tagging them in the comments so other people can learn about their work. I know that would make our girl happy. And that deep throaty laugh we all loved. 3 heartbroken emojis. William Shatner said, condolences to the families of Dr. Ruth, Richard Simmons, and my friend Shannen Doherty. A lot to take in for a weekend. Dave Coulier says, rest in peace Shannen Doherty. I met her during the Full House days. She was lovely and had a beautiful smile. Today I'll always think about the women in my life who are all succumbed to cancer. My mom, my sister, Sharon, and my niece, Shannen, who all were so strong and so beautiful. Hashtag RIP Shannen Doherty. Hashtag RIP. Shannen Doherty was such a beautiful, hot, sexy woman. Very sexy. I loved her pale skin and beautiful green eyes. She was just a sexy brunette. And I like that little mole that she had on the right side of her cheek. And that raspy, throaty voice was sexy too. The way she just talked was just sexy, man. Rest in peace, you sexy brunette beauty.